She realizes she can use the Force. Don't do that. Don't blow them around the mic, because that'll kill the mic.
No.
Bex has got bubbles, and I was just like, nope, don't you even think about blowing them around here. No, don't, please don't.
I'm
Just
not.
Don't.
I'm putting them back on. Settle pedal.
So anyway, she realizes she can use the Force, okay?
Right.
And there's a stormtrooper standing there, guarding her as you do, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so she starts talking to him and doing the whole, you will let me free. And the stormtrooper goes, no, I won't. You will let me free. And you will come over here and you'll put your gun down. No, I won't. He walks over and goes, are you okay? What the hell are you trying to do? You're not going to happen. And she goes, you will let me free, you will put your gun down, and you will leave. And he goes, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. She does it one more time, and then he goes, I'm going to let you free. I'm going to put my gun down, and I'm going to walk away. So he lets her out, puts the gun down, and walks away.
Right.
That's Daniel Craig. You won't see his name in the credits, you won't see anything, but it's him. Supposedly, a friend of mine who's seen it, Jared, seen it like 2 or 3 times now, knew that he had a cameo in it, was looking for the cameo, and said, when you know it's him, you can actually see his mannerisms as he walks, and it's his actual voice. Obviously, done, style, no, I won't, that kind of thing. But it's him.
Alright.
And so you can actually go, oh shit, that is him. Oh, cool. That kind of thing.
That's so funny. Jared, you should be studying, not watching Star Wars 3 times.
He's finished now. He's finished now, so it's fine. But yeah, that kind of thing. So I think that's really funny. That 2 huge Hollywood stars are in this movie. No one knows about him. Especially Daniel Craig. Simon Pegg does get a credit. I didn't see Daniel Craig's name, though, because I did kind of have a quick look for the thing.
I love Simon Pegg. I love Simon Pegg. I got
this is what we do in our podcast. We talk about Fuller House and end up talking about
Mother of Mercy. Look how long this has taken us.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that we've got like another 13 minutes that we would normally talk for.
Oh.
So welcome to the half-hour podcast. But no, it's fucking...
It's intense, yeah.
We talk about one thing. But, yeah, like, Jurassic World. That was my childhood when they watched Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. One of the greatest movies ever. Jurassic World 2. That was a movie. Jurassic Park 2. Yeah, it was a movie. Jurassic Park 3. Shouldn't have fucking happened. Jurassic Park 4. My God, a cream of pants. That was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I agree.
It was so fun, and especially seeing the T-Rex, I love that part.
But it didn't top the top 10 of 2015.
On the Watch Mojo list, yeah.
What the heck?
I know.
What the heck, Watch Mojo?
Don't worry, Star Wars came second, I think it was. To some other one. What was the first one? No. What was the first one?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't Hateful Eight, because Hateful Eight was like 4th or 5th, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
we saw the first one, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think it was Star Wars.
Star
Wars was number 2. Because remember when we were watching it, we were like, what?
Yeah.
That's not number 1? Okay.
We saw...
We'll go with that then.
Exactly 4 of the 10 movies of 2015. 4.
According to Watch Mojo. Yes.
Still.
It's crazy. It was like, I wonder how many of these we've watched. We got up to number 4, I think, and we went, I've seen this one finally. And the 6 were like, what the fuck is that movie about?
Well, granted, one of them we wanted to see, but we haven't got around to seeing, which is The Martian. That looked pretty good.
That was pretty cool. But yes, no, so...
Anatomy.
Yeah. Oh, another movie that didn't make the list was Straight Outta Compton. Or did that make the list?
Straight Outta Compton.
Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
From the gang called Friendlies with Attitude.
I like your Neighbours. That was a better one.
So Bex and
I were texting each other one day, as we do, be in a relationship, and I kept texting Bex, Straight Outta Compton, Straight Outta Compton, Straight Outta Compton, and finally Bex sent back, crazy, what's it? Yeah, Straight Outta Compton.
I said the word.
Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. And I see one Bex saying, from the gang called...
Neighbours with Attitude!
Yeah, because Bex does not like the N-word. So she said neighbours. And I showed my workmate, and he pissed himself laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. Hearing you saying neighbours. It was, writing. It was so incredibly funny. But yeah. But, so Fuller House anyway. That was a long 2 minutes.
That was about 12 minutes.
Yeah, go Fuller House.
Right.
And also, too, things we talk about, Making a Murderer. That's a pretty bloody good show.
I agree. I'm really enjoying...
As well as everyone else around the world talking about it.
I'll be honest. I mean, in terms of videography and content, I'm enjoying the TV show. But God, do I feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah. But then again, as we said, we don't know the story. We've been watching a documentary on the last 10 years has been condensed down to like the last, an hour show.
It's 10 hours in total.
Yeah, so we don't know a lot. We're just going on a documentary made by people that have, obviously trying to say, hey, look how this guy is not completely as guilty as he think he is, so...
I kind of feel, from what we've...
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, my eyes starting to muck around. I don't know why. Just keep talking.
From what I've...
Thank God this is a podcast. No one can see the fact I'm trying to squeeze my eye and figure out what's wrong with it. I don't know.
Drops by the bed if you need them.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, let's not talk about that right now.
I feel sorry for the guy. Like, in the first instance, from what we've seen...
Yeah.
Basically, the only reason he got arrested was because he ticked off some of the local sheriffs, one of which was the husband of his cousin who's spreading rumours about him, so the guy ran her off the road.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have done that, but I don't think it warranted a 10-year jail, or 18-year jail sentence for an attempted rape that he didn't actually do.
Yeah.
He was nowhere near there. He was,
Yeah. But anyway, if you have Netflix, watch it.
Yeah,
it's very well done.
I think so. Yeah.
Even if the intro does kind of scream a little bit of Walking Dead.
A little bit. Does look a little bit like it.
It's cool. It's cool, though. But yes, no. So what else were we going to talk? We're going to talk about... You know what? I've forgotten what else we're going to talk about.
I'll tell you a story. Very quick story.
Okay. Okay, cool. We'll go for it.
Okay, so I'm a nanny, as most people...
How quick is the story?
It'll take me 5 seconds, really,
Go.
if you don't interrupt me. Okay, so...
Throw the shade on!
Okay, so as if you didn't know, I'm a nanny. If you did know, I'm a nanny. Anyway, my boss is 8.5 months pregnant and drops the bomb on me last week that she wants me to have the whooping cough vaccination.
Which is understandable.
Which is understandable, absolutely. And before I go any further, I'm just going to point out here that I'm not objecting to having the vaccination. It was more a case of it... I don't know. How would you put it, honey? Because
Bex hates needles with a motherfucking passion.
Absolutely.
That is how I would put it, and that is how I will put it. Bex hates needles with a motherfucking passion.
I'm no good with needles. I really am not. I spent some time as a child in hospital with bad asthma, so obviously I had the little thingy in my hand.
Which cracks me up, considering Bex at one point wanted to get a tattoo, and I was like, you can't handle one little needle in your arm for 3 seconds, 4 seconds maybe. How would you handle with your arms, my arm, I've got tattoos up my arms, and they took an hour each. How would you handle that with your arm up like that, going, you wouldn't be able to...
No, I wouldn't sit still for that, no bloody way. And, I'm not going to tell you that story. We'll tell you that story later. Anyway, so
we're
tomorrow...
running out of time.
So today I get a phone call from my doctor. My appointment's booked for tomorrow. Gareth has decided he's not coming with me.
No.
Bastard. And,
another offer came up. But anyway, carry on.
Anyway, I get a phone call from my doctor today going, there's a Queensland-wide shortage of this vaccination. You need to call around the pharmacies and you're going to have to buy it yourself over the counter with a script and bring it into the doctor tomorrow. I'm like, what? Long story short, now I'm having not only the whooping cough vaccination, I'm getting vaccinated for diphtheria, polio, and fucking tetanus.
What about autism? Are you going to get a thingy for that?
I have a story about that, but that is for another podcast.
That's another week because we're running out of time.
Another podcast.
And I'm being a smart ass. So yes, no. So Bex is going to be jabbed like a cushion pillow tomorrow.
By myself, because my fiance's ditching me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, I'm going to go shake some hookers with blow.
Actually, Gareth has got a very, very cool thing to do tomorrow, but we'll talk about that another time.
See what happens.
Yeah.
But no, so... and also, too, I do want to talk about something else, but we've run out of time.
No, we haven't.
No, it's too late now. We're going to talk about it next week, and also the fact I can't quite remember.
Okay.
I got distracted about Fuller House and all that shit.
Which took most of our podcast.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be the one about everything else. Oh, by the way, Fuller House for 2 seconds, then nostalgia trip. So, speaking of nostalgia trips, when I worked in radio, one of the first jobs I worked at was a little radio station in a place called Waipukurau, which if you know that is cool. If you don't worry about it.
You blink and you miss.
Yeah, it's one of those typical New Zealand small towns. There's a church at one end and a pub at the other. So you'll be sorted.
They're not next to each other?
No. You go from one, that's how you get sober. You walk from one and walk to the other one and you come back. But no, so my first job was that, and we played a lot of 80s, 90s, and 70s music and all that kind of stuff, and it was quite cool and all that kind of thing. Then I went to a network called Radio Work. Sorry, not Radio Works. That was a mashup of them both. Radio Network, which is now called something else. And I had a job at a station called Classic Hits, and we played a lot of a certain artist, which obviously you know who I'm going to say in about 10 seconds. And to be honest, when it first started, yeah, it was alright. It was alright, kind of thing. Played his big hits and was like, yeah, cool, this is fun, this is cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then I actually started listening and realizing how cool this guy was. And obviously, just like everybody else in the world, I was blown the fuck away, I think would be the appropriate thing to use, when we heard the news about... I know he's not, but he should be a fucking Sir David Bowie. I know he's not, but he should be. Fuck. 18 months.
He had
cancer, liver cancer, 18 months. His inner circle didn't tell anyone. He released an album on his birthday, which is... it's a fucking incredible album. It's
an album, though, isn't it?
Black Star, yeah. It's a fucking incredible album. Everything about it is so Bowie, so not norm.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. It's excuse my French. This podcast.
He knew. I think he knew that was the end when he released that.
That was his album. I'm done. You could tell that he was like, I've got one more in me. Let's give it the best we've got. And then afterwards, after everyone received it, said thank you so very much for your birthday gift to David Bowie, because he released it on his birthday, January 9th or January 8th. I can't remember. I think it was 9th.
Yeah, he passed away a couple of days later.
And then on the 10th, he passed away. So
it was the strangest thing. Gareth messages me at work on would have been Monday.
Like yeah.
I'm sitting with my bosses. You know, my boss. My boss. She's on maternity leave, and her husband comes home, and I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden I get this message on my phone. I was just getting ready to leave, and I went, David Bowie's died.
Yeah.
And they both went, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Like that was well out of the left wind. And, you know, I always remember him as the Troll King.
Right, who, Gareth?
Yeah.
Jareth. Not Gareth, Jareth.
Jareth.
Yeah.
You know,
with his massive ball skills with his hands, and he played the ball, which tech was not him. Did you know that? That was not him. He can't do that, you know, he spins balls and stuff. He couldn't do that. So it's basically some guy behind him looking down, because obviously, you know, he can't look through Mr. Bowie, so he had to look at his ass, doing it that way as well.
What an ass to look at.
Yeah, exactly. David Bowie would have his arm behind him and like had to act like he was doing it. So it's not him actually doing it. Sorry if that killed the things there. But everything else, including his massive penis, is in that shot. So that's all fine and dandy. But you know, his songs, nuts, man. They were incredible. When you look at not just the hits, if you look at all the other stuff, you know, like his last two albums, they were nuts. Like, I'm blanking on the name. The Day Comes or The Night Comes or something was the album. The Next Day, sorry. It was The Next Day. It was the second to last album that he released a couple of years ago on his birthday. He released one, Black Star, which is recently done. Fucking amazing. But even all his other stuff, you know, just an insane gentleman. And the fact that the songs have lasted. He never did two albums the same in a row.
No.
And just...
Which is why he has such a cult following.
Yeah, just an incredible guy. Plus, his eyes.
Oh, they're intense.
His eyes, the two different coloured eyes, insane.
You know, one of our key...
Oh, sorry.
He touched a lot of hearts and a lot of lives. Yeah. And specifically one young Kiwi artist by the name of Lord put out a really lovely tribute to
I saw that,
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely guy, but you know...
He was. Well, from what we've heard.
From what we've heard, yeah. But also, too, what was I going to say? Oh, I found a useless fact about Mr. David Bowie.
Go on.
His one of his greatest songs, Under Pressure, with Queen. Under Pressure. Do. Yeah, you know, right, stop, song. Collaborate, and listen. Huh, yeah, like I wrote that by myself. What a doofag. Anyway, we'll talk about that later if you missed that. But yeah. But no, they wrote that song after a 9-hour Coke and red wine binge.
Rock on, so motherfuckers.
That's why the song's called Under Pressure. Yeah. But no, yeah. And if you get the chance, there's a YouTube video, or numerous ones of them. It's the a cappella version. Someone's got the master recordings. Culled all the music, and it's just him and Freddie Mercury singing.
Wow.
And as much as I like Linkin Park, as much as I like, you know, Will Smith, any you know, huge artists that can sing, awesome, no worries, no wonder they're awesomely well and good and dandy. Listen to that track.
Okay.
David Bowie and Queen a cappella, my God. Even if you don't like David Bowie, even if you don't like Queen, whatever, listen to it and realise they had to sing that back in those days because they couldn't auto-tune, they couldn't, I just cut that part out and put it over here. No, they had to sing it, and they sing it.
And boy bands today suck in comparison to the 90s,
You can't call them a band if they don't
70s.
perform